I'm just gonna tweet out and gab out the live link. Get shareable link. Yes. All right. Live now. Destruction in markets ahead of Federal Reserve decision. Yeah, I'll just do, I don't know, cryptocurrency or something. Okay, I'll put that out there. Okay, and then we will do, I gotta edit this title. Bitcoin dump news today. Okay. Destruction, I gotta do camel case on all, upper camel case on all these words. A Federal Reserve. So I actually wanted to stream like half an hour ago, but I had to take care of some really quick errands that came up unexpectedly. So, yeah, you know, that's how it goes. Yeah, I gotta admit, I think turning on the overhead light so that there's actual light in the room actually works out pretty well. You know, or actually it'll just make things look a little better. I might also consider just maybe buying a new camera as well, because even though I'm pretty happy with this one, you know, I do want the picture quality to look even better. But, you know, whatever. All right, so I don't actually know what's really going on in the markets. In fact, I've just been looking at Metaverse Pro because, you know, I'm not worried about all my other holdings, and all I care about really is Metaverse Pro, and they came out with the new stuff. So, hey, Turtle Nugget. So, yeah, no, I'm not worried at all. I'm actually, I'm just big chilling, right? Like, I think that's what they say, right? And cozy. So, I don't know. So I've also just been, you know, tweeting out more. You know, I'm working pretty hard on my Twitter account. It's going pretty well. What's interesting is I can really knock out a lot of, you know, likes and retweets in aggregate, but it's still pretty hard to, you know, boost up these follower accounts. But you know, I'm getting it done. You know, more people really like this Charles Schwab tweet, so that's why I never want to take this one down. You know. So you know, we'll get there. Heard about Evergrande? No, I've not heard anything more about Evergrande. In fact, I did not know until like a couple of days ago that the Federal Reserve was meeting this week. So that's why everything's down. That's also why trading volume is also low too. It always happens. Every Federal Open Market Committee meeting, or FOMC, right? When that's the thing that the Federal Reserve calls it. Every FOMC meeting, it always does this. So it's like clockwork. It will blow up soon, according to Vince. Which Vince? Are we talking Vincent James or Vince Dow? What are you talking? Who's Vince? That is. But assuming the Federal Reserve doesn't screw us on Wednesday, yeah, it'll blow up soon. In fact, it should blow up on Wednesday because now, you know, because now the uncertainty's gone, you know, things will proceed as normal. But again, the problem is, yeah, Vince James. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, right, inflation is starting to go out of control now, right? In fact, the inflation came up higher than expected, like, what, 9.4%? I know I tweeted it out from disclose.tv because for some reason Mike Cernovich is not tweeting anything today. On their website, there was an article. Oh, okay, yeah, what is it, theredelephants.com? I think that's his website. Yeah. But again, you have to consider that there are other factors too, right? I mean, because remember, the markets are all distorted, including cryptocurrencies. And on top of that, you know, the elites are panicking like crazy. At this point, I'm actually thinking they're panicking. You know, that's why they're getting a lot more crazy with like the mandates, the lockdowns, and you know, like now they're actually legit threatening China or Russia especially with war. At least in this case over Ukraine. Because China and Russia would not be behaving the way that they are unless they actually think Joe Biden's going to go for it. And there's actually a real possibility because, you know, Joe Biden's poll numbers are a lot worse than I thought. And this was reported by ABC News. So everyone actually hates Joe Biden, including other Democrats. So what do, right? Well, you're going to start a war. So that's why I made a couple of tweets about that. And again, shame on the conning grifters, you know, your Posobics and maybe like Well, I mean, Mike's like okay, but he hasn't said anything about this. But he's also not tweeting today too. So, but really, your Posobiec's, your Ben Shapiro's, like these motherfuckers are all for fucking war, right? And I have a couple of like CIA agents trolling me on Twitter, which I immediately block because they're like, well, what about the Muslims being massacred in China? Well, hey, well, number one, I don't give a shit. And number two, they're going after actual terrorists and shit, and probably ISIS CIA agents, right? And and at worst, they're just being made to like sing songs and shit. All that other stuff about organ harvesting or whatever. It's probably all just like tribal lying bullshit, right? Because I didn't finish watching Just Lee Peterson. I still got like another 40 minutes left, but I want to get this stream out. A caller actually came in and actually talked about all the lies about Bukele, the president of El Salvador. That guy is way better than Donald Trump. He took out all the establishment in the left and the fake right, the equivalent of that in El Salvador, and he's doing reverse anti-illegal immigration. He is actually trying to force people not to leave El Salvador. And then they also are lying all about they're also lying about him being a dictator and that you're forced to use Bitcoin, and it's all bullshit. Is El Salvador pro-vax? I don't think he mentioned anything about it, but if you look at pictures of El Salvador, none of them are wearing masks. So chances are he probably doesn't give a shit about any of that. So I'm gonna lean towards no on the pro-vax question, but I actually don't know. But again, they're not wearing masks, at least from the pictures that I see. So that's probably a pretty good indicator. But even if he was pro-vax, which would obviously irritate us, he's doing all the other things that are good. So, I mean, no one's going to be perfect, right? Unless they return to God. So we take what we can get. Because remember, all the right people are getting angry at El Salvador. Just like all the right people are getting angry at Bolsonaro. Even though Bolsonaro, I think, is actually pro-vaccine, I think. Right? But you know what? Whatever pisses off the tribe, I'm all for it, right? It's going to be up to us and Saint Nick to, carry the rest of the, the freedom movement, right? The America First movement. Really, the America First movement really is a pro-humanity movement. It's not just going to affect America, but it will primarily affect America first because we are the alpha males. We are the #1 country in the world, or at least we were. So, just gonna have to hope that, on the one hand, I don't want World War III, but on the other hand, I kind of want Russia to just walk into Ukraine and say, Ukraine now, Russia, fuck you, Americans, and then China will go, yeah, Taiwan ours, yeah, we China #1, fuck you, America, because I made a tweet because Disclose TV actually had a tweet where China was specifically calling out the United States for human rights abuses in Iraq, Syria, and Afghanistan. So, it's going to be some interesting, saber rattling going on. All right, so Bolsonaro is anti-mandates. Oh, okay, well, there you go. Bolsonaro is like the effing man. You got the hero of Brazil, Bolsonaro, and you have the hero of El Salvador, Bukele or whatever. Nayib Bukele. So, it's working out pretty well. It's working out pretty well for us. And I can definitely see a light at the end of the tunnel. So, I don't know. We're just going to have to, we'll just have to keep resisting and then have a wait and see attitude and then go from there. All right. Well, I already refreshed my Boston request. All right. So, I'm going to try to keep today's stream a little shorter because I do want to do some other stuff. Relax, and of course I want to watch. Moon is actually now playing Escape from Tarkov because I didn't actually realize that it was a brand new patch and it came out the Lighthouse map. So, all right. Plus, I do want to get over to Metaverse Pro because we got some important stuff to talk about that. All right, so Bitcoin is at 22 searches for last week, no data for this week, so we'll probably get it tomorrow. Okay. Buy Bitcoin has dropped to 11 for last week. Correct. Inflation has gone right back up to 100 because now the inflation reports are coming in much higher than expected. So now people are like, oh my God, inflation. But strangely enough, hyperinflation is dropping down to 11. And I don't think Google will manipulate this on purpose. So like censor it. So I think what's happening is smart money knows that inflation's going out of control, but normie interest, like normie people, yeah, they don't have an effing clue. They don't have a clue, and that's why they're gonna get wiped out by the Federal Reserve and the tribals. Okay, so fear and greed is at 21, so we went down a lot, which makes sense because I caught a glimpse of Bitcoins below 47 grand. And then that's it. And then I think the stock markets are in the red, but we'll take a look in just a second. So yeah, okay. I mean, again, like things are probably gonna keep going down until Wednesday, 1 p.m. I'm pretty sure I said that yesterday, but I'll repeat it again today just in case I didn't say that. So unfortunately, that's just what we have to endure. I mean, I'm pretty fortunate that Metaverse Pro is, popping off because of their new, I really wish they would change this to like 7.7 or 5.5, but not 6.6, because obviously well, first of all, it's Order 66, faced Palpatine, killing all the Jedi. And then number two, obviously, it's very close to, triple sixes. So not exactly, exactly fun, but okay. And then, yeah, the market value of the Treasury, yeah, Metaverse Pro is popping off. Man, can I pick these coins or what? But all right, so basically, Fear and Greed Index is just going to be total shit until Wednesday, 1 p.m. So in fact, by tomorrow, because this thing updates before. Okay, this updates in 3.5 hours. So this thing will actually properly update after the Federal Reserve makes its quote-unquote decision, and assuming they don't screw us, and then everything goes back up. Then I would have already streamed, but it'll be before the update. So we're going to have some lag on the Fear and Greed Index tomorrow. So, all right. All right, yeah, this isn't that bad at all. Yeah, markets are just in a flat pull holding pattern, except the Nasdaq, which is just down 1%. So it's like whatever. Crude oil is down slightly. Precious metals is down. What a surprise. I really should get rid of my silver, but I'm just too lazy to sell it back to APMEX. Bitcoin seems to be hovering around 47 grand. Yeah, this doesn't look that bad at all. Yeah, and of course, Yahoo already knows what's up. They're even saying that, yeah, everything's down because of the FOMC meeting, just like I said. It's very standard. To my surprise, Riot and Mar are actually up. Dollar's a little stronger, and it looks like bonds might be selling off. Beyond Meat plan, big plan. Okay, that's just too many Macs there. U.S. Airlines ramp up hiring plans. Well, that's weird. I haven't heard them firing everybody for refusing the jab. Kroger is ending some COVID benefits for unvaccinated. Oh yeah, so Kroger is obviously in on this shit. How did John Castanedas make his fortune? Who owns? Because okay, so yep, that's him. He is best known as the owner of the New York City supermarket chain Gristetti's. I'd never heard of this place before. He also owns an oil refinery in Pennsylvania and real estate in New York and beyond. He moved with his family from Greece to New York when he was an infant. Wow, he grew up in Harlem. That's funny. He worked as a grocery clerk while attending NYU, but dropped off for a chance to own a piece of the shop where he worked. Smart guy. And he opened his own grocery store. Yeah, I thought that he has 10 Red Apple stores. Yeah, I thought he was a supermarket guy. So yeah, I was right, but it was not Kroger. Yeah, because his pretty hot daughter, well, I mean, she's the e-girl, Andrea Castanedas runs the New York Republican Party club thing. Andrea Castanedas Twitter. I still remember when I first followed her like many years ago. She was only at like 2,200 followers. So, and of course, when you look at hot women here, all the fucking suggestions are other hot women, except Christine Bob. She really does look like a man because she's got that serious man jaw. So she's got a lot of too much adrenaline going on. Yeah, and then she's like whatever. So, well, she did not write billionaire heiress here, but yeah, she's gonna inherit the tons of money. What time is the hearing tomorrow? Yeah, I've said it many times. 1 p.m. That's when Jerome Powell's going to be trotted out, and then Yahoo Finance front page will cover everything, and then we'll find out if the Fed does a token taper, which screws us. It won't matter anyway in the medium to long term, but in the very short term, it's going to really fuck up the markets usually. But if he says just a bunch of nothing and then he doesn't actually do anything, then markets will breathe a sigh of relief and we'll have a nice little rally, at least in the stock markets. But I'm hoping it'll also affect the crypto market. So everything should be going up tomorrow. Again, provided that the Fed doesn't screw us tomorrow. But we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. But yeah, I don't see anything interesting on the front page of, Yahoo. And obviously you guys watch me, so you already know. I already know. Like, we already know this. So, of course, D-Day's a little exaggerated, but, that's just how it goes. All right, very short-term bonds got bought up a little bit, while medium to long-term bonds all sold off just a tad bit. So the yield curve is the opposite of flattening. It's getting steeper. That's the word. Yeah, it's getting a slightly steeper. Biggs Minerals in text to get Trump to stop the Capitol riot. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what is up with this Mark Meadows guy. Like, he went on the Stu Peters show, and I watched his thingy on Cozy.tv. I mean, he seems like an okay stand-up guy, but on the other hand, it seems like he's got some sort of big failures going on here. So, like what is going on with this shit? I don't know. And Nick only kind of posted on his gab like a slight little hint about this, like these people are weak or something. The Federal Reserve is going to take a very big step towards its first rate hike. Oh. So, okay, I guess we might need to actually read this. So, tomorrow they might raise rates. That's interesting. What am I looking for? Oh, cryptocurrency prices. All right, let's refresh this one more time. All right, so 24-hour volume is still pretty lousy at 99.3 billion. So yeah, everyone's just, taking yesterday and today off. In fact, they're taking today off even more so than yesterday. Bitcoin's all pretty stable at 47.3K. Ethereum's at 3,800. Binance coins at 517. Yeah, this it looks like classic holding pattern. Ugh. Oh, Dogecoin actually shot up today, 18.35 cents. Well, unfortunately, Shiba didn't catch much of that, so 33.54 sub-satoshis. Yeah, so Crypto.com's 53 cents. Yeah, everything is basically in a holding pattern. That's exactly what we're seeing here. Pancake Swap's doing really well. Let's see, where's Gala Games? 48.76, and then Idiot Cadena, where are you? $9.34. Yeah, so pretty much for the most part, with the exception of Dogecoin and yeah, everything else looks pretty stable. They're not going up, but they're just waiting on. Hit the wrong button. Yeah, everyone's just waiting on the stupid Fed. All right, Manarino Index 86.3. All right. Well, I don't want to do all the technical analysis because I know not much of it's changed. So we'll just do it like a few coins because I want to speed this up a little and then also get to Metaverse Pro. Assuming, of course, TradingView could stop being retarded. You gotta be effing kidding me. Come on. Let's see. Well, this is not lagging because this uses TradingView too. Chart by TradingView. Are you freaking kidding me? Let me see. You gotta be kidding me. Well, I know I can reconstruct this, so I just need to figure out where I could input that. See a more advanced chart. Launch full chart view. Maybe this will work. Will you go away? Okay. So for some reason it's not working on. Why is this not working on this site? Okay. All right, well, let's see if we can reconstruct this. Bitcoin Tether US, okay. I need to convert, I think it's called a Hashkanaki candle thing. Fundamental metrics. I just gotta figure out how to navigate these symbols. Nope, that's not it. Income statement, nope. Style. I know they have to have a style. Well, these stupid pop-ups go the freaking way. Lines, color theme. Actually, let's do dark. Shit. How do I turn this into candles? I need to turn this into a candle. Perfect. Yep, there it is. Hiking Ashy. That's exact. Yep. Okay. All right. Hold on. I'll be able to figure this out. Now I need to add an indicator. I don't want to remove it. I want to add one. Where are you? Indicator templates. No. Oh, that's where it was. Oh, I did click that. Okay, so let me see. Measure, zoom in, lock, draw, long icon, text, again, Fibonacci, trend line. Where do you add an indicator? Settings. No, this is not it. Nope. The problem is I don't want to randomly click buttons either. This is financials. Indicators and strategies. There we go. So it's under FX. So we need MACD and we need Keltner channel. Jesus Christ. All right. So I reconstructed Greg's. Thing. All right. Well, that was a good exercise at least. All right. See, it does help to have a high IQ, because if this wasn't working, we would have been, using that thing. 17 minutes, working hard. Twitter feels bad, man. Sure. I don't know what that means. Yeah. All right. So we're way below the bottom Keltner channel, right? And yeah, Bitcoin's at negative like 20 million essentially, negative 2874 to negative 2600. This thing is saying that it's almost pushing for 48,000. Is that correct? Yeah, I don't know about that. All right, works for me. All right, Bitcoin. No, let's do Ethereum. All right, so Ethereum is officially bottom of the Keltner channel too. Very good. What's a very strong coin? I guess Crypto.com coin, because that thing was still really strong. Okay. Yeah, so this is looking pretty good. Heading towards the bottom Keltner channel blue line, and the MACD is also getting pretty close to zero. So this is really good. So it's just a matter of what's going on with the Federal Reserve at this point. We'll do one more. I guess we'll do Dogecoin, because this one's actually going up right now. I guess Bitfinex is good enough. Wow, way negative zero, and Dogecoin actually shot up to 22 cents before pulling all the way back to 18.6, and you can just see this giant green volume bar. Very, very interesting. So, I don't know. What does that really mean? Well, someone had to buy a lot of Dogecoin for some reason. All right. Interesting. I guess we'll take one last look at today, because again, I want to try to keep today's video short, and again, there's not much changes in the, whatever's happening with these coins. So, way below zero, bottom Keltner channel. Yeah, Cadena is 950 or 934 or something. All right, so it's pretty much the same as yesterday, right? Everything's just bottoming out. All right, which works for me. All right, so it looks like overall the APR has kind of slightly declined on Mdex. And wow, a lot of people jumped into that Nora pool. and then now its APR is like dog crap. So, all right, very interesting. And then Meta USD, yeah. I mean, there's no point in actually staking on Mdex anymore. Like, you know, as long as Metaverse Pro doesn't do a rug pull, yeah, it's gonna be just good. I actually do want to eventually look at the technicals for Metaverse Pro because today was a pretty big up day. All right, so yes, this number is crashing, but it's gonna take a while to crash because this is 9.3 billion % APY. I mean, the real number is actually less than that, I think. All right, so Treasury assets are going up. Yeah, I mean the market. I mean this Treasury asset went up $4 million, so that's very nice. Yeah, these numbers look very good. All right, so let's get to the good part. Yeah, I'm not surprised bonds are popping off too because everyone, no one needs to buy a bond anymore. Everyone's just jumping into the 66 stake. All right, so basically, can I still click this? Oh, good, I still could. Okay, so all right, so I figured out how this thing works. Basically, every 1 hour, and it's specific to you only, right? Because once you stake, the blockchain now records your time. And then the protocol code, you know, handles your rewards. So basically, every 1 hour, you get like a percentage of, how do I say this? Actually, do they display the numbers for how much Mdex reward pool there is? I don't think they do. So, all right, but anyway, every hour, let's say you put in like 100 wrapped meta, which is like a crazy amount of money. I think that's like 50 grand or something. So let's say you put in 100 wrapped stake meta, right? So every hour you get a small percentage of that. So and then basically that percentage is whatever this APY is. So this is like a lot of effing money. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be like around $60, $70 an hour. Now, it does not auto-compound. You have to actually go to claim, and then you have to hit claim and stake, where it'll just take your rewards and put it back into the staked balance over here. And then that's how you compound. So when you do that, it resets this unlock timer to 5 days every time you hit the claim or claim and stake. And if you withdraw all of your money, basically unstake everything, before the 5 days are up, you will lose 30% of everything. This is to penalize you for basically being like impatient or a whale manipulator, because that's how the system's designed. And to be honest, you really don't need to do any of that. Just hit the claim button instead, and then you actually withdraw your rewards. Then your wrapped staked meta will actually go into regular balance, not into here. It'll still reset the 5-day clock, but what will happen is you can unwrap it through here. So let's say I just did claim. I'll probably have, I don't know, 10% of this. And then you just have to unwrap it, and then it becomes regular, you know, regular meta. And then from there, then you go on Pancake Swap, and then turn your meta into whatever you want, Binance Coin or Binance Dollar. In my case, I usually recommend just going to Binance Dollar because you want to get that pure. Because chances are, if you're gonna like convert it into something stable, chances are you probably need the money to pay off bills. Like in my case, right? I finally got charged a few days ago for my credit card bill. Now I've got about, how much do I have left? Now I've got like 7,000 or 6,000. I don't know. I have like $7,400 on my credit card now. And then, but then, by next month, everything should be back to normal. And then my monthly, because I also pay my rent through my credit card so I can get the Amazon reward points. So, my average credit card bill size should be around, I think, eventually it should be around $2,400-$2,500 a month, I think. And that's probably a little high. Because my next biggest component after rent is actually food. So, Dogecoin is seeing, I haven't seen you in a million years, Mystic app number. Dogecoin is seeing a rise now that Elon Musk accepted for Tesla merchandise. Good start. Oh, is that what happened? Oh, well, in that case. Well, hopefully that means they'll be covering it here. So, But yeah, but other than that, this new 66 staking system on Metaverse Pro is really, really good. Also, the RPC is lagging like crazy. So I'm not revealing how much I'm really making off of this, but it's very substantial. Because I put in a lot of money, for me, you actually want to claim and stake every hour, which would be annoying. So in my case, I wait at least 2 hours or longer. But you want to at least try to do compound by doing claim and stake at least twice a day. So maybe once when you wake up and then once when you go to bed. Obviously, you can do it more than that, but wait at least 2 hours in between each compounding session. Yeah, then you'll do just fine. Also, the gas fees are very cheap. It's like 6 or 12 cents. Metaverse better than Cardano? Well, so far it is. Again, the only problem with this project is it's extremely new. It's only been out for like 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. So it could be a scam project. That's the only risk. But so far, it's been pretty legit to me. So, and they're going to make more money if they just keep the project going. Plus, their Discord's like very active. So, yeah. But again, that's the main risk. But yeah, Cardano, I'm not investing in Cardano anymore because I don't like Charles Hodgkinson. It's a good project, but I just don't like it when projects, especially the community and or the developers, are like, our coin is the best coin, go F yourself and go F the other cryptos. I never want to invest in pieces of shit like that. Am I seeing this correctly? Yes, 497. Look at this one. This one's 9.4 billion% APY. Now I actually think this number is actually lower, but I just know that you're basically making quite a few like 5 or 10% APY a day or something. It's something crazy or ridiculous. And again, this is called a DAO, or Decentralized Governance Token. So basically all the money that this code, because the code owns all of this, the blockchain owns all of this essentially. And they take all the profits that they get from it to put it back into minting new tokens and putting it into the reward pool here. So basically, pretty much everyone gets richer as long as you just participate. Yeah, change my ways. I don't know what that is in reference to, but yeah. Learned from hard mistakes. Yep, exactly. Oh, you're probably referring to whether... Oh, yeah, all right. Because when I said this thing could be a scam project. It still could be, but so far it's been doing really well. And the fees are extremely low. I've had no problems with liquidity, right? I cashed out like $1,468 worth of Meta and converted into Binance Dollar, which is now, I'm holding it. Right? I'm waiting for another like, I don't know, 2-3 grand in my next, amount of money I'm pulling out. And then, I'll send it to my fiat to crypto account so I could, replenish my bank account, obviously. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm loving this thing. This thing is fantastic. Again, there is a 30% withdrawal penalty, which you're basically going to always have to deal with. Because if you want to unstake everything without a penalty, you have to never touch this for at least 5 days. Then you can pull everything out. So it sounds simple because you don't have to wait 5 days, but trust me, when you're seeing all of this profit, and every time you keep compounding, you're getting even more money every hour because now you're compounding, right? So instead of having 100 WS Meta, now you have 101. This money spirals out of control. So it's going to be really, really nice. All right, let's do some quick technicals here, and then where are we at? 34 minutes. All right, let's get the Keltner channel. All right, so yeah, I'm expecting this MACD to be going up because it was on its way straight down to zero, but then today we also had a green candle because obviously 66 staking is now out. So people are buying up this coin like crazy. Yeah, the daily volume is up to 6.27 million now. So, So, I mean, the only way I can see Metaverse Pro taking some kind of hit is, of course, if tomorrow the Federal Reserve fucks us, right? That's pretty much it. But but this coin's actually really resilient because this thing's going up and while everyone else is going down, except Dogecoin. So, I think we'll be okay. Only Glove Coin works. I don't know what Glove Coin is. Seems the Apple Silicon chip causes issues with my wallets. Yeah, never buy Apple products because one, it's headed by an asshole and a massive FG word, and two, Apple is just a fucking asshole company, right? Google and Microsoft are, ironically enough, nicer companies. And Amazon is also better too, except that they treat their employees horribly. Like that's why those poor Amazon workers in Kentucky died in that tornado. You cannot leave and you cannot have cell phones. So they literally did not know that a tornado was bearing right down on them. So Amazon was directly responsible for their deaths. Really, really messy, man. Very, very messy. You know, I'm really curious. Oh, I gotta refresh this. 30,845. All right, so I am beating this shadow band pretty well. You know, it's still an uphill battle, but I am improving. So, well, it'll just be like the old days. All right, okay, so Plan B doesn't have anything new. So before we search for the news, I don't think we have anything new for this either. And yeah, that money supply is just going crazy, man. You also follow Greg. Yeah, Greg's great. Having stocks pay dividends, crypto, and own 20x 1 ounce silver. Oh, very good, very good. I wish my stocks were doing better, but I mean, I'm so good with crypto that I can absorb any stock market loss. I obviously still hoping that Bitcoin will just hit 100 grand by December, like Plan B says, and I'm gonna just exit all my fucking option positions. I don't want to deal with options anymore. But I do. I mean, I'm only gonna sell options now. Hedge myself in this freaking market. Yeah, I mean, my hedge is Metaverse Pro. I just get free money like every hour now. I just get free, like I get tons of free money, and then I just cash out a little bit of it while compounding the rest. You know, at some point, you know, assuming this project still keeps going because Olympus DAO is still going, after a year or two, like this shit's gonna literally make me millions of dollars. I was trying to sell JMC coin by sending 50,000 Nuex, but I think I just got scammed. Yeah, Nuex is no longer. I don't know. Like I don't know what's up with them. So and I can't do anything about it because, well, it's just me. You know, I got rid of my developer after he basically, you know, kind of scammed me. So I was like, you know, whatever. But I mean, at this point, like those old coins are no longer, you know, very viable. So. You know, now it costs me money to maintain the stupid Block Explorer every month. So, but, you know, that's just how it goes, you know. That's how it goes. Yeah, alright, so we already went over technical analysis for this. So, alright, let's just go to news, because I do want to read this CNBC article. Bitcoin price dip again Wednesday as Bitfinex bids hint at Fed buy the news plans. Okay, we definitely are going to read that. Sandbox founder wants to defend metaverses against big tech. That's actually a good thing. The problem is I may not trust them. Nike enters metaverse game following RTF, whatever. So Nike is entering the metaverse game. Okay. Dogecoin is better than Bitcoin for payments, Elon Musk declares. Yeah. Okay. Heart token, define belong. Bitcoin 46K, the final line in the sand. They are completely wrong. Because we already know from technical, well, it's not showing, but we already know that the Bitcoin technical shows that it's way oversold. So, no. Coinbase raw support. Okay, so Coinbase is eventually getting NFTs. DeFi is the most dangerous part of the crypto world, says Elizabeth Warren. Yeah, because she obviously can't have us getting rich. I fucking hate the Democrats and Elizabeth Warren so freaking much. So, I'm going to have to read that stupid shit. Wait, what is that? MGA Entertainment and whatever surprise NFT platform in 20,000 retail stores worldwide. Yeah, believe it or not, I might actually have to move to like another country or something, if you know, in case in case America decides to be really hostile towards crypto. Gwyneth Paltrow is investing in Bitcoin mining. TerraWolf. Yeah, so there you go. You know, liberals don't give a shit about climate change and global warming and all that. Dogecoin soars after Elon Musk announces Tesla will accept Dog. Funny enough, I was wondering why there was no article about that. Alright, we'll read that first, and then we'll progressively get to the more important shit. And actually, we'll read the Elizabeth Warren thing next. Binance shutting down crypto exchanges in Singapore. Yeah, I don't really care. I'm not in Singapore. Alright, whatever. We already have like a shit ton of articles. Well, I do have 1207. Oh man, I can't read all that. Really? 1,404 coin is worth $141. No, that's good. At 5 cents each. Yeah. Yeah, so you're doing alright. Dogecoin source. I mean, if you want to get into Metaverse Pro, that'll really turbocharge your income. That's just, again, assuming that this thing's not a scam. So if you get into it, I chose to move in 50% of all my money into this already. So, and then I bought this shit at $5.50 a piece. So this idiot's down to $300. So, but I've actually already made back a nice chunk of it. I'm still in the hole, but this thing mints so much APY that I'm just gonna print my way out of the problem, out of my losses. So in your case, just make sure you put in like like if you lose it and this turns into a scam project, it wouldn't hurt you that bad. Make free money, as you said. I definitely check out that site you showed, Metaverse. Yeah, like this is like my main new thing. Like back in 2016, 2017, it was all about the 808 coin. I think I finally found the next best thing, right? Which is this. And this is obviously much better code. The developers so far know exactly what they're doing. And this is a fork of this website, which of course just never fucking works for some reason. Okay. It's an exact fork of this site, and I copied the entire format and everything. But this coin has been out since April 1st, 2021, and they're still going. And for some reason, this thing's not working. All right, well, the APY on this site is usually around 7,000% APY. So this is a much safer alternative, but the reward is obviously much lower. So. And also, this runs on the Ethereum blockchain, so you're going to have to pay Ethereum gas fees. Metaverse Pro runs on the Binance Smart Chain, which is my preferred smart chain right now. So the gas fees is going to be like 6 cents or 12 cents per transaction that you do. And yeah, so that's my thing. Dogecoin soars after Elon Musk announces he will take Dogecoin. Well, fantastic. Tesla will begin accepting Dog. Blah, blah, blah. And Tesla will also make some merch buyable with Dogecoin and see how it goes. Dogecoin popped over 28.5%. Oh, so that's why it popped off, right? Meanwhile, Tesla has not accepted Bitcoin yet. Well, yeah, now he has an incentive not to, right? Because he wants to pump Dogecoin. Musk later said that Tesla will go back to accepting Bitcoin when there's confirmation of 50% clean energy, blah, 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 blah. All right, and that's pretty much the end of the article. All right, so that's fantastic. I mean, just anybody who supports crypto in general, fine by me. Yeah, see, even this thing is saying that Bitcoin's pushing 48,000. Yeah, all right. So Pocahontas Elizabeth Warren is being a stupid bitch again, as she always is, because she works for JP Morgan and the banks while pretending to be like an anti-bank, anti-corporation. Like, I just hate liberals are so fucking stupid. They can't see that this dumb bitch is, actually one of the globalists. Lawmaker claimed that the value of stablecoins would take a nosedive with small investors largely feeling the effects of a potential. All right, so she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. Elizabeth Warren did not hold back in her criticism of DeFi, except concern about how a run on stablecoins would affect the average investor. Shut the fuck up, you fucking dumb bitch. Like, I can't say this on YouTube because it'll be banned, but I'm very supportive now of, how do I want to say this, of not allowing a bunch of certain types of people to run our government. I'll leave it that way. In Tuesday hearing, Senate Banking Committee, stablecoins, stupid bitch, whatever. Yeah, we're gonna call her stupid bitch. Question Hillary Allen, a professor at the Okay, so she's not even questioning experts in crypto. She's doing other stupid academics. For people that lost faith in each other, likely have systemic consequences. The DeFi would be more likely to feel the effects. Warren countered that because stablecoin provided the lifeline of the DeFi ecosystem, outside regular market, she believed the value would take a note that precisely when people need stability, blah, blah, blah. Alright, so first of all, this is dumb. I mean, it would not destroy DeFi. We would just go into Binance Coin. Like, this stupid fucking bitch. This is where the regulation is effectively absent, and no surprise, it's where the scammers and cheats swindle, blah, blah, blah. Allen added that the potential threat warrant positive maybe in the DeFi's future without addressing a claim about LSI. I don't think DeFi can grow without stablecoin. I think it would struggle. Oh yeah, it's still the same idiot. So it's just two idiots just poo-pooing on crypto and stablecoins. Discussion among U.S. only present at the hearing. How do they work? How are they? What are the risks? Files, committee, shared Browns, requesting crypto firms release info related to customer, investor protection, and stablecoin. Allen appeared as a witness alongside. Yeah, alongside the actual cryptocurrency people that are listed here. More free to use hearing and public are mainly tied to illegal activities. Obviously, that's not true. In June here, Skyrockets Bank Digital Currency said the crypto world currently has no consumer protection. Yeah, we don't want it, because we don't want you stupid tribals stealing our fucking money. Okay, if Elizabeth Warren had her way, we wouldn't be this project wouldn't exist, and we wouldn't be making any money off of this. She has also criticized Ethereum's network's high transaction fees during periods of price volatility. Well, I mean, everyone bitches about the high gas fees, so at least there's that. Alright, so the good news is she's completely stupid. She brought in another equally stupid witness that has no, like, understanding of cryptocurrencies, and they're just complaining. So, I'm okay with that. But this is definitely something I want to keep an eye on. And the good news is everyone just doesn't like Elizabeth Warren attacking cryptocurrencies, especially liberals and Democrats, because everyone's into crypto. But Democrats and liberals more so than, you know, conservatives. But conservatives are definitely are not too far behind, I think. So, all right. So that's stupid bitch Elizabeth Warren. Let's see. What do we have here? Okay. So these two articles should really be related to each other because they're all about the Fed. The Federal Reserve is expected to take to do a rate hike. The Federal Reserve is a more rapid transition away from an easy policy, as it sets the stage for the first interest rate hike in next year. So they're not even raising the interest rates tomorrow. They said that we are prepared to raise rates next year. Okay. The Fed is also likely to provide a new description of how it views inflation and acknowledge that it no longer views it as transitory. Yeah, I mean, it's all, like, remember, like I've been tweeting on my Twitter, right? 2 weeks to stop the spread, and then life will go back to normal. Oh, wear a mask, and then life will go back to normal. Hey, take the jab, and life will go back to normal. Hey, inflation is now transitory. Don't worry about it. Life will go back to normal. Oh, inflation is no longer transitory. Life will soon go back to normal. It's like, I'm glad that more people are waking up, but the simple fact that there's so many effing retards still believing all this shit, it just yeah. I'm also, oh yeah, and to add to what I said before, yeah, some people should not be allowed to vote. In fact, I think if you have an IQ of less than like 95, you should just automatically not be allowed to vote, and that's in addition to everything else. Now, the exceptions could be you are a homeowner, okay, or you own some kind of real estate. But I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, exactly. Hyperinflation. This isn't inflation. This is hyperinflation, right? Because everyone's kind of aware that there's inflation, right? Because I've now been measuring the Google search term for inflation, hyperinflation. So someone is definitely concerned about inflation. But hyperinflation, this is the first time I've actually seen it since I've tracked this, that it's actually going down. So I'm still trying to figure out why these terms that are very related to each other are completely the opposite. So again, my guess is the smart money knows inflation is a problem, so they're constantly searching that, and maybe some normies. But then the vast majority of people in America and really throughout the whole world, probably, yeah, they're completely clueless. In fact, let's actually see what is hyperinflation when I do worldwide. Yeah, worldwide is the same thing. The people of this world are completely fucking oblivious to what's really going on. That's why we're losing our freedoms. That's why the value of your fiat currency, whether it's a dollar or Russian ruble or whatever, right, your euro, is all going to shit because people are just freaking. Oh, I'm gonna have a heart attack if I keep getting angrier. Well, not angry, but just frustrated. Let me refresh this one buff. Fed is also lucky. Oh, I read that. One wild card that market pros are watching closely is what the Fed says about its 8.7 trillion balance sheet and whether it tips when it might start to shrink. Well, they're not going to pull back on the. They might say tomorrow that they're going to pull back on the balance sheet. If they do that, oh yeah, everything's going down tomorrow. Everything's going to die. It's like we're probably going to have like a pretty nasty like 1 to 2% mini correction. So, or a flash crash if you want to call it that. Oh yeah, it's going to hurt. But overall, the Fed has no intention of shrinking this balance sheet. They'll do a couple token pullbacks, as we've seen here, right? As we've seen here, right? We do 3 months. Yeah, you can see a couple of situations like this went down a little bit. This time it went down a little bit, right? September 29th. Wednesday, October 27th, and then December 1st. Like we have a couple of dips in the balance sheet, but the overall trend is still obviously, up the wazoo, right? There was a period of time where it was actually shrinking, right, in 2019, and not surprisingly, the markets did not like that. So, how long is this article? It's kind of long, actually. Okay, so they're priming everyone for our first interest rate hike in a while. Markets are anticipating the Fed will speed up the wind down of its bond buying program, changing the end date to March from June. Okay, that's interesting. So supposedly they'll stop buying assets and bonds by March of next year. That instead of June. That would free the central bank to start raising interest rates from zero. Fed are starting to release a new forecast. Blah, blah, showing 2 to 3 interest rate hikes in 2022 and 3 to 4 of them in 2023. Previously, there have been no consensus for a rate hike in 2022, though half of the Fed officials expected at least one. At the end of the CME, the central bank should also acknowledge that inflation is no longer a transitory or a temporary problem officials had thought it was, and that rising prices could be a bigger threat. The CPI rose 6.8% in November, and it could be hot again. Well, it's definitely going to be very high in December. Also, another inflationary measure was up to 9.4% today. I don't even remember what it was. I know I tweeted it out from disclose.tv. So I think getting out of the easing business is very much overdue, says Rick Ryder of BlackRock. Yeah, this Rick Ryder guy is actually pretty effing smart. I mean, he's like one of the head honcho investors of BlackRock. So the Fed put its quantitative easing program in place to combat the effects of the pandemic in early 2020, also slashed its Fed funds target rate back to 0. Prepping the markets. Fed officials in November, I'll read chat in a second. In mid-November began discussing the idea of a rapid taper. The problem is Greg Manarino is moving right now, so I don't think we'll be getting a video today. We only had one this morning. Ryder said the ending of the bond purchases sooner. Fed giving itself options to raise rates. I think we could. I don't want to rush. They're repeating what they already wrote. I think they will determine where they're going to start. I don't think the Fed's got any notice that they have to start any given quarter. The Fed's going to sound hawkish or in tightening mode. Could sound a little less slow when oh man. So they're pushing this shit to 30 p.m. and not 1 p.m., which is usually when he talks. For them to justify speeding up the taper of FOMC, saying it has to be pretty abrupt. We were retired transitory, but transition seems to be a big one because he made a fast transition. And then, God, now we're talking about the stupid Omicron shit. I'm so sick and tired of hearing about the fucking virus, to be honest. Which, believe it or not, is a good thing because everyone else is too. So when the government keeps saying do this, do that, and then you'll stay safe or whatever, people are just gonna get naturally annoyed and pissed off. It's like, How much more shit you gonna tell us to fucking? Even my sibling, who's still believes all this shit, she's very frustrated with everything. I mean, I'm pretty sure they'll take the booster shot when it becomes mandatory, but it does. But increasingly, people are just gonna get more and more annoyed just by nature. And on top of that, nobody likes the pain of a needle. I dare them to hike their interest rate. I mean, believe it or not, I think the Fed really should, right? Just to kind of control the inflation just a little bit. But they're not going to go too crazy with the rate hikes. They're all going to be token rate hikes. Rate hikes. So until they're done with whatever they want to do. Focus on the MMRI, market risk, yeah, I know. Yeah, we already looked at the. Yeah, I think you came in midstream, so we already covered everything. With the MMRI and all that stuff, right? The Menarino index. Fed balance sheet has a big impact. I'm surprised CNBC is actually giving away some good nuggets here. Like, yeah, the Fed balance sheet can have a bigger impact on the market than the interest rate. Yeah, that's actually true. Goldman Sachs kind of laid out a scenario for the runoff. Forecast, the fourth rate hike will come in 2023 H1. I don't know what H1 is. Yeah, whatever. I don't care about these rate hikes. Because they're not coming tomorrow. I mean, they could. That would send a big problem in the very short term. But Bitcoin price dip may end Wednesday as Bitfinex bids hints at Fed by the news plans. There we go. Bitfinex traders are betting on some. Oh yeah, I've actually been having egg whites and like cold cuts, like very low calorie, as my first meal of the day. So it's relatively filling. It kills my hunger, gives me pure protein, and yeah, I actually noticed it's like I'm losing a lot. I lose a lot of weight doing that, so I'm gonna actually keep doing that. Because I think what it is because the mass of the food is so small, my body actually just digests it pretty well. So, and then whatever energy needs, it just goes in right in the body fat burning. So it's actually kind of nice. So hopefully, if that's really the case, I can turbocharge my weight loss and just drop 42 pounds. Because I'm so sick of tired of like barely fitting my belt. Like I'm using the fattest setting again, and I could barely hold my stupid fat ass stomach together. Bitfinex traders are betting on some upside following Wednesday's Fed. Okay. On December 14th, which is today, bids began increasing on major exchanges. Bitfinex in a conspicuous sign the market believes the Bitcoin dollar is destined to gain. So call options are being bought essentially. Sell the rumor, buy the news. Okay, the Fed will deliver key info on asset purchases. Okay, so we're actually getting some different data here as opposed to CNBC's article. Inflation, QE pulling back data from Bitfinex's order book suggests that Bitcoin traders are eyeing opportunity to buy the news. Retail selling into the lows ahead of FOMC meeting with funding negative across the board. Feels like we're going to get a buy the news event. I'm not going to retweet that because we don't actually know. But I still like this guy's tweet though. The Fed temporary exempt effectively limits the availability of easy money. However, short-term buy-up would echo events from last month's inflation data. It's producing a conspicuous but short-lived boost to Bitcoin. Okay. William Clemente himself. It's this guy. He's actually really effing smart, Will Clemente. I just realized Clemente sounds Italian. I don't know. I might need to follow this guy, but he doesn't tweet that often, so. All right, I'll just waiting for 53K to start. Being happy to miss some of the move, and it's only pay for confirmation. Yeah, see, this is much better because we still don't actually know what's going to happen. And don't forget, when you're buying futures and options and calls, you know that the market manipulators are going to try to take you out and steal all your money, right? And that's why we got the flash crash. Ow, God, my ass is hurting because I've been sitting all day. Even though I went out and bought, even though I exercised and I bought, I have to go to the grocery store to restock up on spinach. I'm actually shopping at a new grocery store. It's instead of run by Chinese people, which happen to also be from the same province, Fujian, right? They require masks and shit. I mean, they're very friendly, but I'm like, come on, man. So I go to another grocery store. They don't even put a sign up that says, "Hey, we recommend you wear a mask." They don't give a shit. I go in without my mask. Very nice people. It's run by I know it's run by white people, but I think they're Russian. And they're very friendly too. So, and they got apple pies. They have better spinach, baby spinach, because now they actually charge by how much is in the container. So now I don't have to keep looking at, optimizing my spinach intake. So, and they also only require $7 as a minimum purchase instead of $10. That's just how it goes, man. The FOMC is okay. Bitcoin trade is anything but docile. Bearish wells persist. They thought single dip October have been straight up. Okay. Yeah, I don't care what the bears think because obviously they're dumb and they're stupid and they're always wrong. See, this thing says Bitcoin's at what? Are they talking? This thing says Bitcoin's at 49,000. What is going on here? This is obviously wrong. Whoa, what? Okay, well, obviously you can ignore these two because these are wrong. This is a market error. Oh, okay. Coinmarketcap's having a Sperg gamer moment right now. Okay, so Bitcoin's at 48,100. Oh, that's fine. So they're pulling their data from from CoinMarketCap. Someday Bitcoin will be $12 billion per Bitcoin, but not today, all right? Not next year, not in the next decade, okay? Oh man. I have to tweet this out, man. I gotta tweet this out. I have to tweet this out. I have to tweet this out. So I gotta edit some. I gotta edit a picture. All right. So we are going to. I wished Bitcoin was this high. Maybe in a couple of decades. All right, hold on. A couple of decades. All right, so you guys cannot see that. Okay. Yeah, I have to tweet this out because obviously CoinMarketCap is just spurging out. Cryptocurrency news. Yeah, there you go. Get some more action going there. All right. All right, I gotta upload this picture. Gotta wait for Gab to process. All right, there we go. Yeah, Bitcoin's at 48.1K. So it looks like we might actually be having a slight little bidding going on, catching a bid. Okay. All right. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Reducing their minimum purchase target with no top. Yeah, exactly what Greg said. And of course, the people are stupid and don't do critical thinking. So they think, oh, the Fed's pulling back on their purchases. No, they're not. Sandbox co-founder wants to defend Metaverse against big tech. Yeah, that would be important. Sandbox co-founder Sebastian Bourget wants to defend. Okay, you already said that. In a recent interview, he said he's not very happy that big tech companies such as Meta or Facebook are joining the Metaverse. He explains further that major tech companies could threaten the decentralization of the Metaverse as their business model goes against it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're going to do to the Metaverse and cryptocurrency industry like what they did to us in Silicon Valley and free speech. Sandbox co-founder went on to add that it's not about the competition, but rather more about an open, decentralized future. Tech giants have a monopoly over Web 2.0, something Web 3.0 technologies, such as metaverses and crypto, are trying to break. Bourget explained, we don't think those companies can build something truly fun that's catered to the users because they've been so focused on key business model and how to satisfy shareholders, rather than satisfy the users who own the actual assets, who own the governance of their own platform. Okay, you don't need a little history lesson on that. Facebook's record user, okay. Sandbox closed a $93 million funding round led by SoftBank in Japan. It also launched the first Metaverse game, where people can buy virtual land, and the game has already attracted many headlines over a 4.3 million virtual land sale. Yeah, when this becomes a little more mature and I understand what the hell is going on, I'm totally gonna buy virtual real estate because real life real estate's cumbersome to buy, but at least the systems are already in place. Just get just have a good agent to find you the good deals, then just have a good property manager, which actually probably isn't that hard to find, right? Because they have a huge incentive to do a good job. Otherwise, you'll replace them with someone else and they lose all the free money. And but there's only so much physical real estate that there is in the real world. And you have rich people and like me eventually from Metaverse Pro. And then you have BlackRock buying up everything. No one's going to have any real estate anymore to work with. Even look at Ethereum. Yeah, Ethereum is just, Coinmarketcap is obviously spurging out right now. So they're having a gamer moment. So that's why we have to look on CoinGecko real quick. Metaverse product combine the best of crypto and virtual reality-based gaming ecosystem, making them among the most sought-after projects in the crypto world. All right, so that's good. I mean, at least he came out and kind of called out big tech. But again, we'll have to see what happens. Oh man, 161.5 billion per Bitcoin. God, that's so. Oh my God, this thing is spurging out so bad. Look at this, it's so bad. If you're wondering, yes, CoinMarketCap is spurging out and having a gamer moment right now. Cryptocurrency. Yeah. So that's what a gamer. What a cryptocurrency gamer moment actually looks like. That's actually pretty funny. I should actually make this the front page thing. Yeah, man. Let's fucking go, man. Yeah, Ethereum at 510 billion per Ethereum coin, and then fucking Binance coin is rocking 98.6 billion. Yeah, who needs Bitcoin, right? With their shitty $12 billion per Bitcoin coin, right? Fucking Ethereum Binance is like top dog right now. All right, yeah, we're all fucking rich. Hey, wait, what's Shiba at? Yeah, oh, look at that. Dogecoin's at 27.3 million per coin. Shiba's $725. Oh man, I'm actually richer than George Soros, Bill Gates, and Jeff Bezos now. Oh man. Wow, what the hell is wrong with CoinMarketCap? Man, they're having a serious fucking VeChain's at 301 million per VeChain. Wow, this is like one of the greatest gamer moments ever. Pancake swaps 32.4 billion. Yeah, that's actually funny. All right, so but right now it's the institutions that are buying up real estate. Yeah, and like pretty well off investors too, and probably cryptocurrency investors looking to diversify a little. So I'm definitely by the first half of the next year I should be settled in my house in Miami. All right. So my rent money will stop being wasted and thrown away. And then maybe by the end of December, like basically by December 2022 next year, I should hopefully close on my first real estate deal. So, and then we'll see what happens. All right, so I'm gonna go. It's an hour and 9 minutes. I've got stuff to do, so let me think. I don't know. I have to figure out what I have to do because I've uploaded my new music piece. I'm not even bothering to promote it here. You can just go on the Dragonflare Studio YouTube if you're curious. Maybe I want to do some administration stuff with that or something. But yeah. But I'm thinking I kind of want to celebrate a little bit because now that Metaverse Pro is kicking ass and taking names with a crazy amount of money. Yeah, maybe I want to get something to eat outside. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But so spread this video around, spread my Twitter or whatever around, because the more you can help me build this shit up, the more I can eventually, get this thing going. Did you talk about 66? Yes, it's actually in the beginning of the stream or the middle of the stream. You came in right as I'm about to end the stream, so you can just watch the thing. But yeah, this thing is just kicking complete ass. So, but I don't want to repeat this thing because obviously I need to. I gotta go. Wait, where's Coinmarketcap? Let's get back to the completely wrong data here. But yeah, just when I end this thing, you can just watch the replay. Talk about sign inflation, dollar cratering. Yep, D live, thumb up. Yep, LOL. Yeah, yeah. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Spread my shit around, and I will continue working hard because at this point, I'm pretty much the only guy left on Twitter that's actually going to be able to, you know, put out the real ideas and fight against Con Inc. in them. All right, they probably came from the future. Yeah. All right. Tomorrow is Wednesday. It feels like tomorrow is gonna be Thursday. All right. So I don't know. I'm obviously gonna have to stream after 2:30 p.m. because that's when because normally the Fed talks 1 p.m. New York time, but they're pushing it to 2:30 as the CNBC article or whatever said. So. All right, we'll see what happens, but let's see what's Metaverse Pro at. Yeah, so it's hovering at $300. So, all right, I'm happy. All right, see you all tomorrow after the markets close, and then yeah, just prepare yourselves because we don't actually know what the Fed's going to actually do. So you know, but hopefully it'll just be more nothing, and then we'll just pop off and skyrocket.